Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. And he's been shifted off it. Mateus has been caught there, it's a foul. Koke is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Oh, nice touch, that's beautiful. And Puskás! Superb from Puskás!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Portugal finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Big chance! And he hits the net. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest.
Goes for a shot! That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Now it's Haaland. Olise. Nicely weighted ball. It's out for a goal kick. Koke picks it up from the goal kick. They're back in possession and ready to go again. He's picked his way through. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Well timed, excellent interception. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Now it's Mbappe! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substitution.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Throw in. Alvarez. Olise. And it's Koke. And he's cut it out. Puskás. Alexander-Arnold. Knocks it into space. Olise. Now it's Mbappe. And smartly reclaimed. Oh, this is a great... Can he finish? Magnificent from Alvarez! A finish right from the top draw! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! So that goal then?
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low, and so it proved.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Portugal head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1.
Substitutions taking place.
And the second half gets underway. Casemiro. And it's Messi. Not the most accurate pass. Not the most convincing of passes. Alexander-Arnold. Looking to play him in. Casemiro. Alvarez. And he's there to retrieve it. For Olise. Howson kept his eye on it, and he's there. Van der Ven tries to play it through. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 7.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Well, there's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And this is Koke. There's the delivery. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Portugal still have the cards to affect this game. Now, can they get him away?
Portugal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Lookman. Now it's Mbappe. He has a look up. Dembele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that's a very decent ball now.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And that was nowhere near his best.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. They've played it short. Mateus.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Portugal.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
While he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
Busquets. He's had a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Tries to get it clear, and that's really well manoeuvred. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Raul. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, such a clever touch. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And this is Messi. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Pelé. Well read, nice interception. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Is there any support? He might not need it. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Raul, great ball, and he's in here. Well, that has not gone well. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Aimed beyond the defence. Messi. Messi going full tilt down the right-hand side. That is a brilliant interception. And it's Neymar. Xavi Alonso. Nice sequence of passes, this. Portugal finding their passes.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Picked out brilliantly. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Portugal really could have done without this. To open the scoring. That is some save from Khan. Oh, no, he misses from the spot.
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And that's it for the first half, a breathless ending. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substitution.
And we're off again. So the first half brought no goals. And here's Raul. He's having a shot! It's there!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key...
Decent chance! They've scored! And this is getting better and better. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're up and running.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely.
Tries a shot! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Adriano, nicely weighted ball. That is a brilliant interception. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Nicely aimed pass. And this is Adriano. Figo. Oh, lovely bit of skill. It's Figo! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Bale is there to clear. It's a searching pass. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Xavi Alonso. Raul. And now the breakaway. Raul takes control of it and he's on the move. Oh, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Portugal have a free kick. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Bale! Glorious! About as smooth as it gets. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And he cuts out the supply. Neymar. Could try cutting inside here. Oh, that's fabulous. And that's gone loose. And he's whipped it across. Schlotterbeck clears. Lovely, now then. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's good running with the ball. Portugal looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Looking for the run. No outsmarting him this time. And it's Xavi Alonso. And this is Bale. Figo. Neymar. And the counter is on. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Saliba. Alonso. Now Neymar.
Inshallah.
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Portugal are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Now it's Bale. He's going for goal! Conte. Adams. Not the most convincing of passes. That's Rijkaard. Adriano.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Portugal are 2 up early in the second half. And it's Neymar. Lobbed in behind. Dinked through. Bale gets into some space. Bale! Oh, it's hit the post. Conte.
Portugal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Figo. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Ball's gone out of play.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Neymar. Number 18.
And he's managed to gift it back.
Number 17.
Now, can they get him away? And he's in on goal.
Number 8, Perez.
And the pass is intercepted.
Number 9, Mbappe.
Oh, super ball.
Number 7, Alvarez. Substitutions
Oh,
taking
there's a
place.
probing ball. Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Neymar is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Crunching tackle. And here's Figo. That's a sharp pass. And they can counter here. Tries to pass it through. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Figo absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Out of play for a goal kick. Oh, he's been caught napping! Conte. Now Mbappe. Rijkaard. Now that looks a decent ball, and this is Kante. Conte! Neymar is someone with... Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Portugal are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway.
For the ultimate model of consistency and longevity, there is the perfect example in front of us.
Javier Zanetti goes on forever, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why they call him the tractor. He just ploughs on and on with boundless energy.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Raul. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Tries to pass it through. Raul driving forward. Big chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Danger averted for now. Raul. Raul! Oh! Fantastic! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And Portugal score first! Calm, composed, confident, what a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Xabi Alonso gets his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
And he's onside. And the shot! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Bale certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
It's a mighty effort!
That's just playing it safe and simple. There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Caught offside that time. Portugal are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good.
Raul really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Schneider. Now, can they get him away? And he's straight offside. Xabi Alonso. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Xabi Alonso is the team's great visionary. Raul. Raul was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's beautifully weighted. He's had a shot! They want to be quick to recover this.
Portugal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Oh, he's burst through! Well read, and the danger is averted.
Bale really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And here's Bale. And it's half-time here. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Portugal, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Portugal really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
And it's Neymar. And this is Raul. Nakamura. Bale. Now it's Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Great vision. Rijkaard. Team still separated by the game's only goal. And it's Zanetti. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Schneider. No way through, so back it comes. It's Neymar! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Quality ball. Rijkaard. Looking to play him in. Bale puts his foot on the gas. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Neymar. Oh, some tackle that. And this is Bale. He's found a way through. Shapes to shoot! Same again, same outcome.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product.
And a chance! Oh, and that should have been two.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Corner number 2 then.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Madrid can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Schneider.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And this is Bale. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you could wish for.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? So that's it. It is all over. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Raul picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other...
Mateus!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Raul. That's a pretty loose pass. Mateus. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Steaming, tries a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Lahm plays it in. And that has been knocked clear. Now it's Raul. Portugal yet to have an attempt on goal. Oh, sweet feet. Closing in on goal. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Raul. Oh, this is a great position. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That's tidy. Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Raul. Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Van Bronckhorst has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Bale. And no, that was never going to make it. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Barcelona finding their passes. Oh, good-looking ball.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's through. Shot, surely! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Portugal really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Xavi Alonso is always looking to break lines. Picked out brilliantly. Shapes to shoot! Marvellous goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal time.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Portugal have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And we are already promptly back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Neymar. Van Bronckhorst conjures time and space where few can. Messi. That's a sharp pass. And this is Torres. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Knocks it into space. Shot could be on. Can he finish? He has done it! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Portugal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And it's Lahm. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Looking for the run. Lovely bit of skill. He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. 75 minutes played. Oh, nicely intercepted. That pass has been well intercepted. He's had it taken off him. And this is Torres. Portugal can consider themselves just about safe now. Van Bronckhorst. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, super ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Fernando Torres. And he's managed to get free. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. That's that, the end. Portugal can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. Bale, voted man of the match. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Now, Franco Baresi, still to this day, the ultimate benchmark for anyone of a defensive mindset, Jim.
Well, I'd be hard-pressed to name anybody who got close when it comes to reading the game as well as him. He leads by example, always timing his challenges to perfection.
And the shot! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So, a breakthrough already. And takes a shot! He's got away with one there.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Neymar. He's had it taken off him. Goes looking wide. Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That is lovely. Well, that is one way to stop him. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Now it's Messi.
That was lovely, that.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Portugal do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond.
Has a shot!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Raul. He could be in here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's in on goal. He's having a shot. It's a goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rijkaard. Now it's Raul. Looking to play him in. Just the goal. Goes for a shot! It is a fantastic goal. About as smooth as it gets. They are really purring.
Inshallah.
And they have extended their lead.
Shoo!
Really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
A case now of complete control. He's in plenty of space here. That's the keeper's ball. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think we're seeing a very good example of what to do when you're a man light. Some of the covering play has been hugely impressive, and that owes a lot to focus and discipline, which have been top-notch, of course, since the sending off.
Portugal, 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break. There's the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
And it's been played through. Raul. He shifted it to the flank. And this is Bale. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. And it's Neymar. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Now it's Raul. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Beckenbauer promptly onto that. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Driving forward, tries to pass it through. Baresi spots it and intercepts. And this is Messi. And Messi! They want to be quick to recover this. And now the breakaway. Sao Paulo can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That is good alertness. And he can clear it away. Neymar purring through the gears. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Neymar, he can run onto that. Great ball, and the shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And that has been clubbed away. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Raul. He's found a way through. And here's Bale.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Neymar! Yes! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in And there goes the final whistle. Portugal really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Fires it in low. Van Bronckhorst! And that's caused a worry or two.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Matheus Cunha, he's got decent chance!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner, they're first. Can he get on the end of this? Portugal are looking to go forward now. Raul purring through the gears. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Bale. And they're back on the ball again. And it's Bale.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long...
He's got tall. It's a loose ball. That's really well cleared. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Kvaratskhelia is... He's through! He's going for goal! Oh, crossbar! Oh, fantastic from Ronaldo! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. There is the breakthrough. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this...
It's Raul! And it's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
So smooth. A signature finish.
It was wonderful.
Shot a goal! Goal! Portugal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought...
Neymar! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay on...
Oh no, this does not look good. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Neymar. Now it's Raul. Dani Olmo. Matheus Cunha. Driving on and making good progress. He's through, now is he in? Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And there's the end of the first half. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Portugal are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
And the second half gets underway. Can he get it through?
Matheus Cunha, he has found the way through. Dani Olmo.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Nicked it back promptly.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Xavi Alonso.
Bale.
And it's Neymar.
Bale puts his foot on the gas.
This might spell danger.
And the shot! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And that's going to be a booking. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Paris Saint-Germain appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
No, we always look the favourite there.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Raul.
Mendes
Goes on a run down the left wing.
tries to pass it through.
Out of play for a goal kick. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Saliba spots it and intercepts.
And it's Neymar. Now it's Raul.
No outsmarting him this time.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Goes for a shot! It's in! Back to within one! Interesting! There was to be only one outcome.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Looking to play him in. Knocks it into space.
And he shoots!
Paris Saint-Germain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Matheus Cunha.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Looking for a runner. That's a decent clearance.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Kvaratskhelia.
And there goes the final whistle. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing.
Bale claiming the Man of the Match award.
Please
And
make
there
sure
is
to
very little room. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
Now it's Son Heung-min.
Son Heung-min!
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Son Heung-min really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Milan with the corner, there first.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Milan.
Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here.
And now a sudden chance to counter. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Xavi Alonso.
Raul. Can he get on the end of this? Shot could be on.
Real chance! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Lahm.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
That's a throw.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
Plays a sharp little ball here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Torres. And here's Raul. Raul takes control of it and he's on the move. Son Heung-min.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He can run onto that.
Little doubt, that is a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. And Torres!
Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Fernando Torres certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And it's Bale. And this is Raul.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
And here's Bale. And this is Raul.
And the shot! And he hits the net! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Son Heung-min.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Neymar. Van Bronckhorst. Neymar. He's beaten the last man. Big chance!
A really close shave, and the last action of the first half.
Portugal were so close to ending that half in the perfect fashion, but it just wasn't to be in the end.
I'd like to draw your attention.
How would you review the first half?
Portugal certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Portugal sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Ibrahimovic. Now it's Del Piero. Saliba can get it clear.
It's their second corner of the game. Raul clears it away. Portugal have the...
Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Flashes it across. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
He's gone for goal! David Beckham! Another picture postcard goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. And the second half is off to a flyer. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Milan get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Goes looking wide.
Fernando Torres.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Xavi Alonso is always looking to break lines. Lam was in no mood for any of that.
Ibrahimovic.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Picked out. He's had a shot! Glorious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. AC Milan are all square.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, and the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And it's hoisted clear.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And he plays one through. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Fernando Torres.
Lovely, now
Chance for a shot! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
2 goals on the day.
So that's it. It is all over.
Portugal played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
So we're up and running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Trent Alexander-Arnold has redefined the fullback role. I mean, his contributions attacking-wise can match up with some of the leading playmakers around. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone so productive in that role. Some of his cross-field passing is quite ridiculous.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Now it's Raul. Now it's Bale. Neymar, Raul. Now it's Messi.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward.
Takes a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner.
Just eases him off the ball.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Now it's Neymar. Neymar.
Good ball, good take.
And he's in on goal.
Now can he find a finish? Tchouaméni gets it clear. Taken back almost at once. Portugal still without a single shot on target.
He's having a shot! Goal! Portugal! First blood drawn.
Simplicity itself.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Portugal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Beckham goes looking wide.
It's a good run down the left-hand side.
Stood up well to him there.
Some good work on the right flank here.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that.
Now it's Raul.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Brilliantly cut out. This their second corner of the game. Messi
With the short one.
and it's Tchouaméni.
Raul. Raul is flagged offside.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point.
And the score is 1-0.
That is good alertness.
Xavi Alonso is always looking to break lines. That's just the goalkeeper's a bit. Real chance! Oh, taken with style. A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to...
And there's the end of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Portugal certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Portugal ahead 2-0 and they are looking good. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Now it's Beckham. Beckham really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Great chance! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitutions taking place.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Portugal find a position of real strength now.
Raul driving on and making good progress. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Opts for safety.
And it's Neymar. Neymar has been caught there, it's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He might be... It's Raul! And that tested the keeper.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Caceres. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Neymar.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Oh, shooting chance! He has done it! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Haaland. Showing great feet there. And he's running through.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Knocks it out wide. Caceres deals with that comfortably.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Now, who's going to be first to this?
Wriggles his way through. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Shot could be on, and he's on his way.
Added time.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
David De Gea, simply because of the remarkable strides he's made to earn the worldwide respect that now exists. From an insecure, hesitant spell, he's grown into a supremely confident and assured character.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Neymar.
Oh, it's a great ball here. That's an imaginative pass.
Xavi Alonso. Shot could be on. Brilliantly cut out.
And he opts to go forward. No, he's not getting any further than that.
It's Raul!
He's keen, determined to have his say.
Portugal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight.
That's good play. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that was very necessary. Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, good-looking ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Back towards the middle. Now then, the ball's come loose.
Now that's well seen too.
And it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
Neymar! Oh, the ball's come loose here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Portugal really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Forlan.
And it's lofted through here.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Now it's Raul. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. It's a searching pass. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines.
And that's really well manoeuvred.
Can he get on the end of this?
There's the shot! They've scored!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
And there is the half-time whistle. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Portugal have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Portugal really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter. If
It's Raul! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
And it's Xavi Alonso. Oh, super find. And this is Bale. And this is Raul. That is ended up in no man's land. He could be in here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Bale ready to try one. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Bale! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Nicely weighted ball. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, he's had a shot! It's in! AC Milan are all square. That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Knocks it into space. Oh, that was vital. Messi. And he cuts out the supply. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Raul. Looking for options for movement. Piqué getting this one clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Passing is crisp and sharp. No, he just refused to budge, and he's got his way. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And he was quick to react. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Neymar, who does have an assist to his name. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he is going into that little black book. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 15, Neymar. Number 9, coming on the field. Number 22, Olise. Number 18, Owen. Substitutions taking place.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. Filippo Inzaghi coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? That is some save from De Gea! And this is big chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's gone backward here. Oh, this is a great position. 4 extra minutes added on. Can he get it through? Dink through. That's that, the end. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Bale, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt, pure class.
Raul.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Quality ball. Tries to pass it through, and it's been played through.
He could be in here. He's having a shot! Superb goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be...
Bebeto! Good effort first time.
Bebeto cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit just a bit straighter.
Oh, that's well spotted. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, that's fabulous.
Bale has got himself a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Not much doubt about who's going to take this one.
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target.
And he stands tall, impenetrable.
Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Xavi Alonso is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
Portugal really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Piqué with a fine tackle.
Really well played. He read that perfectly.
Piqué gets it clear. And it's Neymar. Played with finesse. Xavi Alonso. That'll be a corner.
And we have our very first corner. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Portugal are looking to go forward now.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Bebeto.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Good read, needed to be. Danger averted for now. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Forlan.
It's not an especially good pass, that.
Xavi Alonso.
Nicely shaped ball.
And that's a good ball. There's the shot! No mistake! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Substitution.
The second half then just getting going. Portugal have a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Alonso.
That's a delicate pass.
Chiellini with the clearance. Oh no, this does not look good. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Forlan is eyeing up his options in the middle.
So he's plotting something before playing it in.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Forlan. Can he finish? Oh, that was vital.
Played into space. That's been cut out, well played. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape.
It's Bale! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Seedorf gets it away. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And they're quick to get it back. And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He came in hard, very hard. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Raul. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And he was quick to react. Van Bronckhorst. Driving on and making good progress. He's found a way through.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And here's Forlan. Dani Olmo. He's had a shot! And that is a little undercooked. They've got a corner here.
Substitutions taking place.
Corner number 2 then. And that has been knocked clear. And here's Xabi Alonso. And he was alert to it. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Xabi Alonso. Great vision. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's in! Late in the day, this could well be it! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Gets his head on it! It's in! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! It was wonderfully efficient. And that will be the final act. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
The action has already started.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing...
He's having a go! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Raul actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Pedri. Now he's got space here. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Roberto Carlos.
Rummenigge. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
And the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
So it is still 0-0. Rijkaard. Plays a sharp little ball here. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Nepal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nicely aimed pass.
Portugal really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Look at the space here.
That has been slung wide.
Chance! And it's a goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And a shot! Goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not...
Can he finish? Gareth Glittering Bale! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Just one goal in it now! Game on!
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a...
And a chance! He scores! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
It is. Takes a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Cleared without complication.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Oh, what a ball! Van Bronckhorst has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
And here's Bale. Bale. And the half-time whistle goes.
High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football.
So there was the first half.
Well, who would have expected both teams going in level after that? Lots of drama, and Peter, please don't ask me to pick a winner.
Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2.
Substitution.
The second half then, just getting going. Roberto Carlos. Vieira cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Pings in across. He's got tall.
It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Owen. Pele. Oh, that's clever.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Chooses to go back.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Little pass back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Van Bronckhorst.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Bale with 2 goals already to his name. And it's Neymar. Portugal looking to pass their way through.
Raul.
Nedved. Pele can see things others simply cannot.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
That's a decent clearance.
And it's Pirlo. Here's Vieira.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Owen! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 9.
Portugal can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Roberto Carlos. Owen. Now it's Owen. Shapes to shoot! Really well taken goal. And again they hit the front.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Nesta is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Now that looks a decent ball.
And that is that.
One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided.
Well, after all of that...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it, the way he just seemed to sweep the opposition aside. Even traditional bogey teams were just powerless to resist him when he was on his game.
Yeah, and I remember one game against the boys from Madrid when that famous front three were simply unplayable. They each scored a goal, with Messi grabbing the last one to put the icing right on the cake.
Oh, this looks sharp.
Messi
Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Messi might just make this.
Raul.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Neymar
Takes control of it and he's on the move. Shapes to shoot!
and he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Great vision. Brilliantly cut out. Seedorf. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Raul. And he's there to make the challenge.
Raul really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Raul!
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And it's Neymar. Stood up well to him there. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And here's Bale. He's having a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Neymar. Shot could be on. Seedorf. Neymar. And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus.
Oh no, and a shot! Goal!
Boom! There we go, and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Portugal are in front now, the game's only goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
No outsmarting him this time. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Can he get on the end of this? And he shoots! And that has been clubbed away. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out the...
Shot, surely! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Sergi. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Seedorf kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Del Piero. And this is Luis Suarez. And this is Neymar. And that could well leave a mark.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell.
And Del Piero! And that could have brought them level.
Del Piero was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Portugal have the chance to go the other way.
Portugal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Del Piero. And here's Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. That'll be a throw-in. Neymar's cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's skewed away.
That was lovely, that.
Now, can they... And the finish! It's in! They have stolen level at the last! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper...
And that's it.
So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Thank you very much for your
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Portugal.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
There's the whistle, and here we go.
Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
And long overdue.
Royce.
And a chance! Oh, it's come loose. Saliba gets it clear.
Oh, nice touch.
No, he refuses to take the bait.
Chiellini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
And the pass is intercepted.
Royce. Roberto Carlos. Royce. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there.
Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Saliba can get it clear. Spread it left. Now it's Hullet. Lovely feet. And it's Royce. Bellingham driving forwards. Oh, this looks sharp. Hullet going about things with real menace. Crosses it in. And that should get the job done. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Tries to play it through. Can he finish?
That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there.
Portugal yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's Luis Suarez.
He's away!
Hey, what a big...
Oh, what has happened here?
Van der Ven did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now this could be a chance. Bellingham. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Well read, nice interception. Rijkaard. Van Bronckhorst. It's a good spell of possession, this. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And it's Royce. Now it's Mbappe.
Royce.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's there to retrieve it.
And the whistle goes for half-time.
It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0.
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain. Number 11, Mbappe.
That gets things going for the second half.
Portugal really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Number 8, Bale.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Van Bronckhorst is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. That ball looks a good one. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Van de Ven. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Royce. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Neymar.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Now, can they get it back? Neymar does well to get it back. Looking for options for movement. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Raul. Van Bronckhorst. Raul. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cannavaro wins the duel this time. Dembele. Now it's Royce. And it's Dembele. And he's worked it through.
Paris Saint-Germain really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Showing good feet. And he's whipped it across. Danger averted for now. And he's quick to snatch it back. And here's Dembele. Roberto Carlos gets into some... climbs up big! That's going to go a long way.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Bale. Now that's well seen too. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see, and that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count. Tries a shot!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Van Bronckhorst. Oh, delightful ball. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That's a lovely pass. Crosses it in here. Courtois claims it without any fuss. And that has been cut short. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Header! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
It's run loose here. Oh, easy pickings there. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. The referee's come over, it's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
Substitutions taking
And
place.
we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Bale! Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois!
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Van Bronckhorst. That's an imaginative pass. Bale. He's found a way. It's Bale! That is decidedly lacking. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's in a great position here. Takes a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Good read, needed to be. Bale gets into a good position. He is through here. Bale! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
And here's Raul. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Nuno Mendes. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Van Bronckhorst is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And he's quick to get it clear again. Goes down, but nothing given. Nicked it back promptly. And the first half is done. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Would the father of a boy in a blue hat kindly make his way to the information?
Here we go again.
Portugal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going.
And a chance! Oh, taken with style. Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Portugal are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Chiellini. So we've reached the hour mark. And that was very necessary. But they've got it again. And it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Bale. Now it's Bale. Marquinhos does well to get it back. Marquinhos gets rid without sophistication. Alonso. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Portugal are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's beaten the last man. Closing in on goal. And the finish! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
Van Bronckhorst, and it's Neymar. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
Now Van de Ven. The final moments of a game that has been pretty
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. Well, they are now a 9-man team.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads.
Real chance!
Van Bronckhorst plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Xavi Alonso.
And that's a dangerous ball. Gives it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
Now there's a shot at goal! This time surely!
Goal! Tying minutes, and we're all square again.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And the referee brings it to a close.
A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.